Yo, what's up? U.N.I verse got my nigga Nemo.
What's
Let's
going
get it.
on with you, bro?
How you doing, my nigga? Looks like an interview.
Shit, man. Just ready to talk about some of these Black Clover theories and what's been happening so far. I mean, have you been watching it or you just been keeping up?
I've been keeping up.
Okay,
I
so
had
you ready?
I seen the backstory of
Mom?
Asta's mom and everything. That was kind of sad though. I was like, God damn, bro.
But see, there's more to that story. Did you know that though? So, Asta comes 500 years from the past. You know that, right? Because around,
Because he got locked away and shit, right? Or some
no.
shit.
So basically, Asta's father is a devil possessed user, and the devil
I should have
is
put spoiler alert on this one.
yeah,
Nah, fuck that shit. And I keep going.
and um the demon that his father I don't know if his mom actually knew or not, but somehow or another, Asta's father is a connection to the demon of time, Astara. So I'm pretty sure once his mother dropped him off at the orphanage due to her magic and what could have possibly happened to him. Because in my speculations, while she was pregnant with him, she consumed all of his magic. So therefore, he was born with no magic. Being conceived in his mother for 9 months, she drained his magic for 9 months, making it impossible for him to retain any mana anymore.
Mm.
So I would think that Astaroth would use that as a scapegoat to send Asta 500 years into the future. So him and the demon that Asta uses, his name is Libe, they could work together to take down Lucifero, which is the king of the demons.
Okay.
So pretty much from the time Asta was dropped off at the orphanage, his future was already planned out. In my speculations, I haven't confirmed anything. This is just what I'm speculating. So
Gotcha.
this ain't no spoilers. I mean, if you smart enough to put two and two together,
Nah,
and
just
if
as far as talking about, fucking just
yeah,
any part of what maybe anything that's not just that the anime hasn't shown already.
hmm
Or really just niggas think of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
and see,
Because
this is a
niggas need to be up on that shit anyway.
yeah, it's been out for too long. It,
Exactly.
it's been coming out for what 3 years, 4 years now.
Yeah.
It's 170 episodes. Like, there's no way you can't tell me you haven't seen something about Black Clover at this point. Like,
But
it's not like
that's not too bad to catch up either. You can easily catch up on that.
I'm rewatching it just
See,
because
look
I was
at
a
that.
just because I was a person who watched it week for week. I said, man, let me go back and rewatch this whole thing all the way through. That's what I've been doing for the last week and a half. I'm on episode 140 right now. I clear about what 5 to 10 episodes a day. I catch up on the shows we supposed to watch for the pods every Sunday. But for the
Mm.
most part, I just catch up on rewatching Black Clover. And once I finish rewatching this shit, I'm gonna start reading the manga so I can confirm a lot of the theories and speculations that I've come up with and what I've read on. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I was telling Jordan, I feel like Black Clover. As many people that don't want a long running series, because I'm pretty sure after Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, I think the long running series game it's dying. It's dying down, in my opinion, because if you're not coming with that gas when it comes to an anime, bro, we
Yeah.
don't need a long running series from your ass, bro.
Mm. So you
Yeah.
saying that the long running series era is coming to an end?
I'm not saying that it's coming to an end, but the animes that are shorter And most animes now that come out continuously week for week that have more than 50 or 75 episodes, they're not coming as hard as One Piece did. They're not coming as hard as Bleach did. They're not coming as hard as Naruto did. I'm not saying Black Clover didn't deliver out of these 170 episodes, but I remember when it first came out, a lot of people had their doubts about Black Clover. So
Damn, I'm trying to remember what was my first impression. I was just thinking
this my
fairy
first
tale
impression
because
was
honestly, bro, I was still. I think that was when
that was
I
when
seen the
Fairy Tale
trailer
was
for Black Clover. That's like when I kind of was already in the transition of was when I stopped reading fairy tale. When I would
and
just
that
start
shit.
reading all of my shit, really.
And honestly, bro, if you were watching or reading anything that dealt with magic or wizards, witches, whatever,
Mm.
Black Clover gave you that nostalgic feeling.
It most definitely bro. Bro. The biggest nostalgic feeling is when they all squatted up to save old boy
Finral.
Friendville. Yeah,
That was on some. That was on some
that
some
was
some
just
broccoli
like
versus Gar shit.
yo
Even though the
slick.
fight, the
And some
fight,
not
the
Neji
fight
versus
was in.
Hinata. You know when
Yeah,
they
that
all
wasn't
the
on some.
Jonin.
Yeah, yeah. See,
He stepped in. It's like, hold on, bro. Get the and it was more related given the fact that it was both related. You feel me?
yeah.
Finral, his brother, Neji, Hinata. I was like, oh man, that just gave me them nostalgia. I was like, God damn, I'm looking at training exams right now.
And see, one thing for Black Clover was the first two shows or the first two things I thought about was a boy who's starting out from ground zero. He's the most discriminated. I'm thinking Naruto. And then you dropped him in a world full of wizards and witches. Oh, this is some Naruto Harry Potter shit.
True.
Like, cause wasn't that nigga Harry Potter, like, wasn't he weak in the beginning of the story? Or did he just like have an extreme talent for magic?
I
And
forgot.
niggas, I can't
I
remember.
know he
I
was
don't know if
only really like famous given his apparently he was the only one who survived the,
oh
Voldemort's encounter. Like usually you don't survive an encounter with this nigga, apparently.
oh
So that was kind of why he was famous, number one. Just
mm,
because of that alone. Not too much really because of he did know magic and whatnot. I want to say he had the best of affinities. I know later on down the line he started realizing he can speak Slytherin and shit.
yeah, I actually told myself I need to go back and venture into the world of Harry Potter. Yeah, it was actually three of them. It was Harry Potter, the Chronicles of Narnia, and as far as like you know,
I think the first time I checked out Harry Potter, I actually read the books before they even came out with the movie. 'Cause my granddad had bought me the book. He bought me and my sister a copy. We were just
hmm,
reading. I
see,
didn't even know what the
I
hell
could
this was
never
until I
read
was
the
a kid.
books. I could never read the books. Just looking at how big them bitches
Yeah,
was
the
gave me a
things is
headache.
wide though.
Them shits
I
gave
definitely
me a
didn't
headache.
complete it the first time. I had to go back like some years after he actually gave me the book, and I think I got pretty far though. I think I got pretty far. At that time, I already seen pretty much the first movie, even
Yeah,
though definitely it's always just a little bit more detailed in the book,
yeah.
of course.
But how you feel about so we all know Asta wants to be the
But his
Wizard King.
mom, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I smashed, bro. That's
Being
all I gotta say,
serious.
bro. Let's go to the next. Let's go on. Let's move on. That's all I gotta say.
Being serious. So we all know Asta wants to be the Wizard King and whatnot, but seeing as he's so involved with the devils in the underworld. How
So
you
you
feel
think
about
he'll
my
be the
nigga?
Demon King?
Yeah,
That
how
would
you
be a
feel about
twist,
my
though.
nigga? How you feel about my nigga being the Demon King? Because if he beat Lucifero, that's it.
And since apparently demons aren't all bad, you know,
And see, this is what I was telling Jordan. You know, you could say that Black, you know, what I was talking about the long running series shit. You could say that Black Clover is done after this whole Spade Arc Devil uh issue is over, but I mean, we've only seen, according to the world of Black Clover, we've only seen a chunk of the world.
yeah,
You know, we could stumble upon an island where it's half human, half beasts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cat people, you know what I'm saying? Dog, you know, wolf tribes. You know,
true. They already had
it's
Elvin niggas, so why not? Goddamn, or some type of I don't know,
you know, and see, I
some
feel
type of
like,
hybrid. So
yeah, shit
you
like
know,
that.
already got
You
like
know how elves are loved by Mana, but being
I
that
want to
these
see a half
people,
demon, half human.
uh,
That'd be cool. That'd actually be cool. Okay, and then you got demons and shit, bruh. Where the fuck the angels be though?
that's what I was telling Jordan. What about
I
the
was like, where
angels?
the angels at,
You could
bruh? You
have a
come on
whole,
now.
you could have a whole angel, fallen angel arc.
Damn. Oh, what Luciferio's backstory?
No, because I mean, demons, demons are what technically come after a fallen angel. You know,
Hmm.
you fall into the form of a fallen angel, but over time, if you still on the same shit, eventually you're deemed as a demon and you lose your wings for good. Like, I always felt like a
Yeah, that's the
fallen
bullshit.
angel will eventually lose its wings, and that'll eventually create the demon wings. All the angel feathers will fall off and leave just the wings itself. So therefore, you
By the
got
way, the stones.
the magic stones from the elf art.
Yeah, that they was on the slab on the tablet that they was
Hmm.
put in place in. Well, what's going on with that?
Um,
Did they find them all?
I'm
Did they
not.
kind of
They did, and the last one was with apparently.
okay? But they
So
all wasn't placed on the slab thing yet.
that was what
Oh
woke
wait,
up the
wasn't that
devil.
supposed to be the actual thing to where it
That's
why
what
the
woke up the
demons?
devil.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what woke up the devil, and
So they
that
eventually did place them all in this correct slot.
yeah.
Okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the demon told them that I'm not sure what he did, but I think as they gathered the stones, the person he was imitating was basically contaminating the stones with demonic energy.
Mm.
But they believed that once they got all the magic stones, they could revive themselves as their true beings. But nah, I just used y'all so I could get my physical body back.
I seen this nigga Asta in the death battle too. Actually, somebody talking about he got a new ability called anti mana field zone, anti mana field,
Yeah,
or anti
yeah.
magic field mana or some shit
So you know how they have mana skin, right? Like basically, there's a
like armament hockey type shit.
no. It's basically so when they I know you know about the squad, the Crimson Lions. When they introduce the captain's sister, the oldest one.
You talking about what she was doing mana zone?
No,
The
that's
field.
not. That's a form of it. That's attack versions of it. But see,
Mm.
Mana's skin, she taught them how to do that when she took them to a volcano, and she basically told them
Okay, I
to
seen that
climb.
episode.
Yeah. So Mana skin, Asta couldn't do that. He used his black form to basically get up the mountain. But see, in the second
Mm.
time that they went, he used anti mana skin, which basically being in that strong magical region, he basically blocked off all of that strong mana from his body. So it's like basically he was
Wasn't it was
walking.
supposed to protect them from the heat in
Mm-hmm.
general?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a armor type thing.
Technically.
Okay. So Matt, what? So he got what anti mana skin?
Yeah.
The fuck.
Or
So I'm guessing
a
it
better name
negates
with
all
I
outside effects.
yeah,
Oh
pretty
damn.
much. But it doesn't have like how everybody else you can see their mana skin. You can't see his. It's just his
Oh,
body. It's like basically he can release it and you'll see it for a few seconds and then it'll disappear. But it's still surrounding his body.
okay.
So the second time they went inside the volcano and that was actually able to help him make it through the whole entire thing, pretty much.
Mm, damn.
But
Okay.
I was telling Jordan, I've heard that this man Asta has only been using 25% of his devil powers, and he fought a dude who was close to using 100%. I think he used 80.
I talk about against Dante.
Yeah,
Yeah. That nigga was hella tough though. I was like, God, I was like, bro, how do you niggas want to beat this man? Especially with that
to
crazy
me
ass
when to
regeneration
me when
ability.
he got both wings, I think he kind of forced his way to 50% or like 40. Because Asta ended up getting both wings and he grew another horn and his other eye turned red too.
Okay, bet.
But see, he lost control at that point. But they later on found out from the true vice captain of the Black Bulls. His name is Not. I guess that's how you say his name. But bruh possesses three devils.
The fuck?
Yeah, he
How you
made a
not?
he made a
How you just?
contract with three different devils. He's basically been investigating the Spade Kingdom for the longest, like pretty much ever since
Oh, he was the one who taught Asta, right?
he was the one who taught Asta how to make a contract with his demon. Like
Mm-hmm.
basically, you got to fight them and beat them and become his master. But
Yeah.
Asta went a different route, and I think it's kind of like they made a blood pact. Like,
I mean, cause he actually did whoop his ass too, though. He ain't just like, oh, friendship.
yeah,
He actually did. Go ahead.
hmm and see now without that
Oh,
demon,
shit.
Asta has no right arm. They show you that shit in the
Oh
anime.
yeah, he don't. Yeah, I was
He
wondering
gave
about that.
he gave up his right arm when he fought dude. When he fought somebody and he ended up giving up his right arm,
Mm.
and pretty much at that point, you know, that just kind of gave Libe, the devil that inhabits Asta.
Wait, somebody chopped it off or something, or
No,
he just
Asta.
literally
He
gave it
told
up?
Asta when Asta asked Libe for power, he was like, "It's gonna cost you." And he
Uh,
was like, "Take whatever." He was like, "For now, I just take your arm." Or
damn,
something of that nature. But he ended up taking his arm as a deal
gotcha.
and physically making that contract with the demon. Asta technically has a right arm, but he technically doesn't. Because
Hmm.
if the demon wants to take it away, he could shrivel that bitch up. because he has complete control over that whole entire arm.
Mm.
It's like basically the devils use the humans to fully possess their bodies. So that's already one body part for physical form for the
Yeah.
demon that Asta inhabits.
Mm.
And then another thing for me, as far as the continuation of the Black Clover story, like I feel like after this devil arc, the royalty of the Clover Kingdom could just do some fuck shit and still try to kill Asta. And then the last arc would be about trying to save Asta.
Shit, who trying to fuck with him after all this though? They better come with the heat.
Well, you know, bruh, from the the Kira clan, he don't care. He want to kill Asta regardless, just because of the fact that he got a devil in him anyway.
Mm.
Honestly, he want the shit to go south. He like, I'm not sure what's gonna happen after they find out Yami and Vengeance got captured, but I already know he gonna try to intervene before they go into the big battle with them folks at the Spade Kingdom. Because I seen a spoiler chapter. Don't know what it said because it was in Japanese,
This
but it was a
nigga.
bunch of devils in the mortal world. So something tells me the Spade Kingdom
I
has
ain't
more
done.
has made more progress to some degree because they ended the story off in the anime with them capturing Yami and Vengeance. And see, they were gonna take Vanessa and Gray because Gray, the one who acts all embarrassed and shit, she learned a new type of transformation magic. Like basically, she can transform wounds to the point where they never happen.
Mm. She can what?
So
You said she can
go,
transport
so basically, Ghosh, the dude with the mirror
with the mirror.
reflection, yeah, the
Yeah.
mirror magic. He got stabbed in the chest with a sword by Dante.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really do be wanting to put Black Clover characters against Fairy Tail characters, nigga, for real though. Just a fucking. But keep going.
And basically, I'm not sure what she did as far as this. I think Yami knocked Dante out to a degree, or Asta did something to a degree. One of the two. And the sword that was lodged in the ghost disappeared. And basically, somehow or another, with her let me look this shit up.
Mm. So the King of Demons, his name is as you say Azeroth or Luciferio. This nigga don't die.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what happened, but so I was reading, and basically Gray, um, her true nature of magic is something much more bigger than transformation magic. So whatever transcends beyond transformation magic, as far as that category of magic, she
Mm-hmm.
took it. She basically took it to God level to heal ghosts. Like she basically reassembled his organs, his skin tissue, everything. That's what the doctor said after they took Ghost to the hospital.
So
When
she
they tried,
reassembled.
she reassembled the blood tissue, the tissues of his muscles, his organs, his skin, everything. It was like the wound never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, whatever goes, whatever transcends beyond her transformation magic, as far as that category, that's what she did.
Mm.
So that's what I was saying. When they took Yami in Vengeance, they tried to take her and Vanessa too. You know, Vanessa has fate magic. Well, she has thread magic, but her true nature of magic is the red thread of fate.
Fucking causality, goddamn.
Hmm.
Yeah. She's outside. She should. How's they having any problem? What was she doing?
Shit, Vanessa,
Yeah.
she was trying to maintain the fate without anybody getting killed. That I mean, that's what kind of caused Ghost to get caught up in that getting stabbed. Like she was low on mana. Charmy wasn't there because you remember last time they fought the elves, they had Charmy, Vanessa, Luck, Magna. Everybody was there.
Mm-hmm.
So you had Charmy replenishing mana. You had Vanessa changing fate, and then you had Gray. She had the transformation magic, which then she later on learned magic conversion. So, if you threw a certain type of element magic at her or whatever, she can convert it into a weaker form. Like you know, if it was ice, she could turn it into water.
Oh,
Or if it was poison, she could turn it into a potion.
like a remedy.
Hmm.
Turn a poison into a
She
remedy.
she basically her magic conversion does the opposite of whatever the element is.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, she does the opposite of it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm. I don't know what the hell would be opposite of ice. I mean, I guess if you still take it as the element of the one of the base elements itself, it'll be what you turn to earth.
Um. Well, I know she can go beyond just the opposite. Like, I think a bunch of people were trapped under rubble,
I mean,
and she
not
turned the rubble into cotton and shit, or something like that.
rubble into cotton. What the
Yeah,
hell?
like she can reassemble the structure of things.
Mm.
So I guess that would be considered the true nature of her transformation magic, to be able to reassemble the true nature of anything into something different.
Mm.
I don't know
So
her
they never
magic.
did have to explore. They never did have to go and explore. Well, how many
Well,
was it? Nine realms of hell? Oh, seven?
mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Oh, then so they're
But
doing the
see,
Dante's
right
Inferno
now,
concept.
right now, yep. Well, right now,
Gotcha.
Asta is training with the vice captain of the Black Bulls. I think the vice captain is also going to train Vanessa and the others. Uh,
I'm
Noel,
talking about that
Charm.
not nigga, that not guy.
Yeah. Uh,
When the hell did
he
when the hell was that
he
a
popped
thing?
up. He
He just
popped up
came out of
after
nowhere.
every. Yeah.
I
He
swear to
kind of.
God, bro, their teammates be popping out of nowhere, bro.
I
One
don't
nigga
know.
coming out
I
to be
don't
the
know
damn
where.
damn building itself. The
I
other one
don't know
coming
where.
out to be fucking a demon user. I was like, what the what? You got some abnormal comrades.
One of the motherfuckers was thought to be a ghost to, to everybody in the goddamn building. Like, nigga, you real? Yes, I am. Like, what?
Nah,
Say that again.
what was his magic again?
House magic,
House magic. What the fuck?
like the Blackpool's hideout. He had complete control over. Well, it was like a form of game magic in a sense,
Mm.
or something like that. It was game magic or trick magic, something to that nature. But I know he had a disease where he sucked out mana from people unconsciously. But
Now I'm surprised Fenrir's brother wasn't possessed. Did he ever get possessed by a demon?
nah, he was a reincarnation for one of the elves. That was it. After that, his personality did a whole 180.
Uh he just needed somebody to care, goddamn. He just needed somebody to care. Had somebody that cared all that time right in front of him. Poked him a bunch of holes. Turn that nigga into goddamn Swiss cheese.
But I think right now, Asta, Vanessa, Gray, Ghosh, Gordon, and Zora are with um the vice captain of the Black Bulls. They're gonna be training with him, I think. Noel, Charmy, Luck, Mimosa, uh was it just four of them? I think Asta was there at first, but he came back home. Finral's out there too. He's there too.
Mm.
And then the Guardians, they were battling with the Black Bulls and Mimosa. I think Mimosa came with somebody else from her squad. I don't remember. But I know they about to train with the elves, Noel and them. Noel, Luck, Charmy, um, Mimosa, Finral. They about to train with the elves for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm really, they really playing with Charmy though, bro. Like, what's up with this half human, half dwarf shit? Like, y'all be including races, and then people be wanting to talk about, oh, Black Clover is almost over. This nigga be
That's
sliding
what I'm
in
saying,
races.
bro.
This nigga be sliding in races like we not finna pay attention to this shit, bro. Charmy is a very interesting character to not pay attention to.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to know a lot more about Charmy, bro. Just saying. That's why I said,
So how
he
the
could be.
relationships going on in Black Clover?
Um, I think
Any progress? Any
no.
matches made in heaven?
I
Any
kind of peeped some shit. Magna. Um, I kind of peeped him in the the dark skinned chick from the Blue Rose Knights. I kind of peeped them having some shit going on
Hmm.
when when
Oh,
uh
that's interesting.
when
So random as.
I know, right? But it wasn't until I didn't really think about it until they fought together during the Royal Knights exams, and then it came to me again after the Blue Rose Knights set up Yami and Charlotte on a date, and Soul was there, the dark skinned chick, and Magna was
Mhm.
there too with Yami, and I think Gordon was there. Yeah, he was there, and he was talking to Pulley, the fat chick from the Blue Rose Knights. So
Gordon's the one that beats whispering, ain't
yeah, he speak up now.
it?
He just spoke up a little bit. Like you can hear him now.
Okay,
But yeah, I could see something going on with them in the future if the writer pursues it.
got you. Yeah, cause like apparently all them motherfuckers apparently hated men. So, fuck man.
No, apparently some of them had boyfriends, some of them had love interests.
Mm,
So some of them had political marriages that they were
got
trying to, you know, keep secret from Charlotte because they thought she was just a stickler for no love. And that's when the Blue Rose Knights found out that she was in love with Yami,
head
and
over heels for Yami, bro.
they was like, "All right, so now we can do what the fuck we want to
Yeah.
do."
Well, like, bruh.
So, um, I was gonna say Charmy and but
He always
real.
did. So, like, he always kind of she did was, you know, just brought that
Did
on.
you? But real, the dude with the paint magic.
Yeah.
He got taken over by an elf. And ever since Charmy beat his ass, he been love struck over her. He been dying to see
Really?
her ever since then.
Hmm.
I think it was like they had a Magic Knights meeting after the elf shit, and they were yeah, they had Asta and them had went to the Heart Kingdom and found out about the queen being cursed by Megacula, the one who cursed uh Charlotte and Noelle's mom. So basically, Real was sitting there spaced out, and it was like, "What's wrong with him?" And somebody was like, "Ever since he got beat up by Charmy, he been stuck." And he said something about, "I gotta see her again." And then his butler was like, "I just can't believe it. The young master finally has his first love."
Damn.
And they the same age. Charmy 21 and he 20. Is 15. She can't date him. That's pedophilia.
Or can she? What you talking
You know what? We're not going there. I'm trying to be logical and y'all trying to be animated.
about? Ain't no rules when it comes to anime. Goddamn.
I mean, in that time and setting, probably right. I don't know. But I don't know. Them both being technically peasants, I could see what you're saying. Charmy and because they technically ain't did shit about Charmy's backstory. And that's quite odd to me. Well, I haven't seen a backstory for her yet.
Yeah. Dang.
So it's just,
So, damn. That is on love. Let me be back. I ain't gonna lie though, that one scene, goddamn. Well, I don't know what he get back. There
I have no idea why this keeps happening. I'm sorry, people.
you go. This man.
I'm sorry to the
I ain't gonna
people,
lie,
but
bro. I mean, Yami and Beyond, the leader of the Blue Rose.
she's fully
Man,
aware of
I
her feelings, but
swear, bro.
he's stupid.
I love
'Cause
that dynamic, bro. I ain't gonna
the
lie.
fact that she's in love with this man, like madly in love with this man to the point where she can't even touch this nigga
She
without
can't get
sprinting.
around this. The hell,
She can't even touch this man nonchalantly without sprinting around the whole Clover Kingdom. But this
bro.
nigga
She is
Yami is
fast
under
as
them.
fuck, bro. Them speed feats, bro.
And Yami is just under the impression like, damn, this bitch hates me. And it's like, Yami, no,
No,
no.
bro.
And Gordon tried to explain that shit. And he was just like, what? Huh? Like, Yami said some stupid shit like, so you telling me you know about love now with your lonely ass? Like, huh? What?
Bro, she took the fuck off, bro. Oh my god.
Ah!
They said, "Wait, miss, that's the bay. You can't run on that." It's like, nah, nah. Watch
then that
this.
nigga, then that nigga Finral came in and caught her ass when she was about to fall.
Like, damn, bro. That was my.
If anything, bro, I don't see Finral getting with.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. What the fuck is going on?
But I think Finral. I think if anything, Finral gonna end up with Vanessa. I feel like they fit more than him and that other chick that he trying to take away from Longuris, the one who's supposed to be the king's niece or whatever.
Mm.
I feel like he gonna try, but at some point he gonna realize who he really like. Cause some shit gonna happen to Vanessa. I can already see it. And that nigga Finral gonna unlock the true nature of his spatial magic.
Man, what else could he do with it? Well, it's really nothing like his brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of
they
get stripped
they showed that real fast.
real fast. So wait, what the hell he doing? What the fuck? The fuck? Is he just teleporting like pieces of shit away? Nah, nigga. Even though that could work, you could just teleport a chunk of someone's body part and then literally and you know, thus ripping that shit away forcibly.
Yeah, I always said there's something
Most
bigger to Finn.
definitely.
There's always something bigger to his magic. He just got to figure it out himself.
Yeah.
I know
So
this
I
is a
was
little off
like, because
topic
that
from
whole
our just.
clash they did with him and his brother, I was like, wait a minute, is he gonna like just teleport them all the way? But I guess I don't know, I guess it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think they said that he doesn't. I don't even think he has the mana capacity like his brother has, or the control over mana like his brother.
Yeah.
So he just couldn't produce enough spatial holes to make all of them to make all of this nigga here is dumb.
You said it, man.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
Do I?
Look, anyway,
Facial holes. Hell no. I'm done,
this nigga didn't have enough magic to block everything. Just
bro.
put it like that.
Okay. Alright. Nice save. Nigga got them spatial holes.
Hey, I know it's a little off topic, but two things. Have you ever watched How Not to Summon a Demon Lord?
No.
I think you should watch it. It's pretty funny. It's kind of cool. Uh, it's one of them isekai. Uh, it's a harem, but they
Wait,
just
isn't
dropped.
the first episode he just got teleported? Like he was on the computer or some shit.
Yeah,
He got black hair, long black hair.
yeah. He ended up.
Okay, I seen like the first episode. Then man, that
Yeah,
was maybe I don't know.
yeah.
Huh?
But
Wait a minute, how much I see? Cause I know it was some chick. She was getting chased by a monster or something. He saved him, and
uh,
some other stuff happened. I think.
that was the I think that was later on in the first season because that was the first episode of the second season. It just came
Okay,
out
maybe
today.
that was what I. Damn, I hope that
That shit
wasn't what
just came out today.
it was. Just a clip. So
Yeah, that was it.
okay,
That just came out today. That was probably
today.
yeah, the episode for
Cause
season
I
two.
seen that
Just
shit like
that was
some.
probably a trailer clip
Okay, okay.
because How Not to Summon a Demon Lord came out years ago. Just
But
came
that
back
first
out.
reactions, bro, when they be coming in these worlds, it's hilarious. It's like, wait a
And
minute, why did my
you
voice
know,
sound like this?
and he was a social recluse, so only thing he could do is just act like how he was in the game.
True.
But yeah, I was just throwing it out there. If you had watched it, that the second season dropped today. Um, what was the other one? I've been watching this show called "So I'm a Spider, So What."
I seen some clips of that. I looked at I seen a trailer for that when the
Shit
trailer
is
first.
actually kind of enjoyable to watch, bro. Like it's my first show actually watching a character not being a human was that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And it's giving me those vibes. But shit is like
I swear these titles are getting more and more weird. I swear to God, bro,
like
these
they're
titles
dropping
are
a
too
slice of
much.
life. They're
That
dropping a
title
slice
be
of life
holding
tomorrow.
tropes.
Bro, they dropping a slice of life tomorrow that's called Please Don't Bully Me Nagatoro.
Oh man.
I've been reading that shit for years. I've been waiting on that one. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been reading that one for about 3 years now. Been waiting
Damn.
on them to animate that one. Cause uh I think that
I ain't gonna
came
lie. It was this one manga that my friend Axel was reading. It was called My Balls. Literally called My Balls. It's like it was definitely hella etchy. Uh I ain't gonna lie. If they did an anime of that shit, I will definitely jump on that shit because look how he described that shit was funny as fuck.
I mean, shit, they kind of dropping weird. They dropping a lot of out off the wall shit. Like they just dropped a series earlier this week. It's about a dude, office worker, typical guy. He has unrequited love for his ball. I think it's one of his coworkers or his one of his higher ups at his job. And he comes to find out after he took her out dinner that she's been dating somebody for about 5 years. She about to get married and shit. So he pissed off. He go get drunk on his way home. It's a high school girl sitting outside of his apartment complex, and she basically like threw out the deal like, if you let me stay at your house, I'll let you fuck me. I was just like,
Wait, what?
yeah. So he's like, hell no, I'm not going to jail for your comfort tonight. No. So he let her stay in the house, but he just told her, shit, as long as you keep my house clean and cut out that perverted shit, you can stay here. So that's basically the synopsis of the show. That's basically what the whole thing is gonna be about. Like a fucking high school girl that initially tried to sleep with this man for a night somewhere to stay, and a dude who just got his heart broke by a bitch he been in love with since school.
Mm.
And they
Wait,
show
that
you,
please don't bully me that you talking about. That's not a webtoon, is it?
nah, it's a manga.
Okay. I actually just got finished reading a just a free sample of something called, and that was I forgot what it was called, but I know they was going to college and shit. Apparently, all throughout high school, was this tall ass chick was slick bullying this one dude, but she never really seen him as a dude at all. Like really, just like a fucking servant man type.
And he
And
came back looking totally different in college.
nah, he did something to his credit card, so she lost. He did something. He like lost all her money, so he
Oh,
had
I
to
know what
pay.
you talking about. I know what you
Yeah,
talking about. My roommate is my bully.
yeah, bro. I was like, yo,
Yeah, and they basically that's actually a hentai webtoon because they end up smashing.
oh,
And
real. Yeah, because
yeah,
yeah, she like, bro.
cause like the first couple comics, she was masturbating in that shit,
Yeah,
and
like,
when
I was like,
and that
bro,
shit
why did
broke.
you put the cucumber in the refrigerator? You saw it. I was like, yo, bro, that's false. Okay, I bet.
And
I
I was
bet.
just like, okay.
Damn well that shit broke. She was using that shit. That shit broke. And then she was mad as fuck. He went in the bathroom. This nigga masturbating. I'm like, all right.
And she got a whole nother idea. I don't need a cucumber
Yeah.
no more. I
Say, you
got
know
this
what?
nigga. But
I'm
see,
gonna use
I
you.
actually read some of that shit. She ain't immediately just let him do that shit. Like she kind of played with that nigga. Like it was kind of. I didn't understand it. I don't. I don't be understanding half of these webtoons like that because it was another one I saw where dude had an apartment and he was staying with this messy ass chick who was like some tomboy. She had this tomboyish personality, and the reason why he couldn't kick the bitch out was because her brother used to beat his ass in high school.
Hell no.
And then over time,
I kick out,
And then
bro.
one look, and then it's crazy, bro, because she had a friend over, right? And she don't see the nigga as the man, the one that's staying there with him. But the
Yeah.
girl that she brought over was like, "You kind of cute." And when she walked off, she was like, "You trying to fuck?" And he was just like, "Are you serious?" But I think Shawty came back or whatnot, or something happened. Some shit had happened, and the chick left. No, the girl who she had brought over, her boyfriend came over, and he just he had lost all confidence at that point. So he going to the bathroom later on that night. He walking through the hall. He hear them smashing in the room that the girl he stayed with supposed to sleep in, and she in the living room on the couch. So she listening to them fucking while she masturbating, and he watching her while he masturbating. And I was like, what kind of turn of events is this shit? Like,
Mm.
why do you put who
Yeah.
like that's one of them comics, bro. That's off them apps. You gotta pay for that shit. I'm not paying for that shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just that bad. Well, I gotta go read a nigga book to look at some porn. I'm gonna just go watch porn. Like,
that shit better be. That shit better be good.
like the stories themselves be good. I done read a couple because I be having the pirated apps that be stealing them shits, and they be translating them in English and shit. So I be
Hmm.
reading them. Some of the stories be good. It's just like, cause like, all right, most of them be set up where the first 10 to 15 chapters be a whole lot of sex and fucking and shit. And then as the story get deeper, it's less and less fucking. Like it's like they drag you in with the nasty shit, and then it's like, okay, now you interested in the story, so now I ain't got to pull out ass and titties every 5 minutes on your ass.
Yeah.
It's like some of them
But
niggas.
have you ever just looked at a hentai in the English dub, bro?
Somebody posted a meme of that shit on Instagram. Oh my god. I was just looking so appalled. Like
I said,
you had major key confidence, and I'm talking DJ Khaled, major keys confidence
hell
going in that
no,
booth saying that retarded ass shit you just said. But
bro.
they
I
be
see what
dancing,
you did, Shinji.
they really be doing shit. They really be trying to say the shit that they be saying in the sub versions. Like, no, talk the nasty shit English people say.
Yeah. I heard what you was doing in that Shinji. You was born. It's like what the fuck, bro? What the last person you heard a reference of sex, boinking? When the last time you heard of that shit, bro? I heard you was boinking my mom. What the fuck is boinking? What is that?
Yeah, that shit is just why I said if I'm gonna look at a hentai, and that's if I'm gonna look at it, because I'm still, I don't know. I done seen a
Hentai ain't one of
couple in
your
my
shit,
life.
bro. They ain't nothing new out there, bro.
I've seen a couple. My first interest in watching them was when I found out a chick I was dating used to play with herself watching them shits.
No.
But then I had to realize some of these chicks that like hentai like getting dominated, so they like watching it dominating shit. And I was
Oh,
just like,
can't get enough of them. They earn well.
just give me the ones where it's like a boy girl and there's some regular shit going on.
Nah, bro,
That's
ain't no
cool.
regular hentai, bro.
The
Ain't no
furthest we gonna go with it is a harem. The furthest we gonna go with it is a harem one. But I'm not doing all that tentacles, bitches
Okay.
getting stuck up the ass and the vagina at the same time with different toys and getting fucked by orcs and oh, I was just like, what is going on? How are you not dead? I
Bruh, hey, yo. Oh, man.
don't care what nobody say. Oh, women can give birth to kids, man. You don't. Ain't nobody giving no kid birth to kids like Lois gave birth to Chris. Ain't nobody doing that shit. You telling
Oh,
me this bitch about to take a rod that's about as big as a fucking a bag of mulch? God damn it! Like,
man.
and she lives.
I swear, bro. Japan is the only niggas who would just like they revolutionize fucking porn, bro. When it comes to just the most unrealistic shit ever.
Like when I actually seen some shit where a bitch where they knew the bitch wasn't a virgin and she was still bleeding out, getting fucked by animals and shit. That's when I would knew, yo, these niggas out there is crazy. That's why I knew back in the day when Goblin Slayer first came out.
Oh man.
I said I could only imagine what this hentai
Something
shit
about
be.
goblins, bro. I don't know. It's something about goblins that just it's man. It's a whole fucking category of just goblins. Most websites you go on a hentai website and it's a goblin website. I mean it's a goblin category on that motherfucker automatically. Something about goblins. That's just it's a thing. I guess given I don't know the grandiose of the whole deal.
I don't know, bro. It's
And it's like a natural person would literally die if they try to take that shit. It's like literally trying to take a horse or an elephant dick
and it's just like how.
how, bro? They just take the whole shit. Surviving, come back the next time, next day, and take it again. It's like, what are y'all niggas? But the thing about it, it be doing a lot of goblin on elf and shit. And apparently, elves got a more durable uh physiology or whatever. It's very unusual. I'm gonna say that their imagination is pew, pew, out there. But yeah, all right. I think that was a pretty good one. Pretty good little.
I've seen a hentai where a dude got transported to another world and he had to populate a race of elves.
Yeah, I think I know you're
But
talking
that
about.
goblin shit, I'm cool on it, bro. Goblins, anything that has to do with a woman getting raped by a being that is physically able to kill her by fucking her, that's crazy. You're crazy.
Fucking. Well, what was it?
Because that shows me the type of women you like. You like the type of women who have pussies where you would never nut because it's just that loose.
You have to be well
Like
equipped.
nigga, if
Let's
you ain't
say.
walk, like nigga, if you ain't walking around here with a horse dick between your legs, you will never satisfy a bitch that watch the hentai that you like.
Damn.
Cause that's the type of shit she on in real life. What the fuck you think they are? I've seen a category where bitches be they done made dildos that are different species, bruh. Like what is a horse dildo?
Oh yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When
What
I
is
first, yeah, but
that?
they make that shit for dudes and niggas. I mean, and chicks. Chick, they got like, bro, they got like fleshlights that have like, it's like a like alien fleshlights, bro. I'm like, what the hell? It is the inside just weird looking, weird bumps and shit like that. It's weird, bro. Got the dildos that's like fucking the same way, but like inverted. So it's it just got it's weird, bro. It's weird. Got like little appendages coming on us. It looks like it look like a monster from a damn like some type of underwater aquatic jellyfish with his tentacles on its in just on the sides, on the tip and everything. It looks like a damn mop,
Yeah, I don't
but
know what the
it
fuck
has
they be
it's a
having
rod.
going. I don't know what the fuck they be having going on. First time I actually seen a bitch use one of them shits, I was just like, well, that's a chick that's never getting satisfied by a regular man ever again. Unless
That's
he walk, unless he walk, unless he walking
I was like,
around,
"Man, y'all gonna miss the fuck out."
unless that nigga is from Africa and he walking around with that Wakanda between his legs. That's the only nigga that might satisfy her. Might.
Hell no. Nigga got a Zimbabwe rod.
That shit is like, that's why I say the world of intimacy is changing so fast and it's sad. Cause it's like,
It's like so many replacements, bro. When I first seen that, and I actually found a website to it too. And like the most
bruh,
realistic sex
when they
dolls
get
you
to
will
the
ever
point,
see, bro. They look
bruh,
like,
when
bro.
they
You
get
take
to the point where,
man.
bruh, when they get to the point where they create an organization that asks women, are you willing to be cloned and have your clone be a sex slave for other people? That's when it's gonna be taken too far in the world's eyes. When motherfuckers start seeing themselves walking around with the most non thought about person in their mindset, like nigga, I know I wouldn't date no motherfucker like you.
But if you got the money and you know the people, you can literally, if let's say if I was a chick and we broke up, I can literally take a past existing picture that I had of you, take it to them. They can literally make a whole silicone realistic as fuck version.
They
Like
do
that's
whatever I say when I
customization
say
type.
how I say.
Bruh. Like I was like, what the bro? When I first see that shit, I see that model there was a bunch of pictures and shit going around, like a fucking the whole meme of that realistic sex doll with the jacket. I was like, what is that? I had to take a double take. I was like,
That's a sex doll.
that, oh man. I was like, oh, because when you started putting in them different angles, I was like, okay. It's that one angle I could not tell for the life of me. I was like, I don't know. And then I seen a couple other pictures. I was like, okay, goddamn. And then
Yeah, that
again, bro,
shit.
you go to Japan or some shit, bro. Them traps, them trans out there, bro. Bro, you would get caught in the trap without knowing. You gotta be hella careful, bro. You go in South Korea, Japan, or some shit, but you gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful, bro.
That's
Don't
why I
just.
be telling. That's why I
Whew.
tell people all the time. I'm a fan of big boobs. I like mine natural. So you ain't gonna get me unless you know
I ain't gonna
unless
get got,
uh,
nigga.
unless you know a motherfucking a magical doctor that can make real boobs.
mm.
And it ain't no way. I can tell at this point. They make it look easy now. There's too many of them out here. Some of them don't care. Some of them will tell you they boys.
I mean, bro, like just do that. That's all I ask for. That's all I'm sure anyone asks for. Some people be
And if you
on that
keep on
shit the way it's like,
pursuing,
well,
and
I
if
do
you keep
love
on
him, her.
pursuing, then you know what it is in your mind.
Yeah. It's like, you
You
know
should.
what? But then again, when you kind of, I mean, it's you can pretty much get away with it regardless of whatever race you are. It just depends on your physique. If you can just pull that shit off, given your already natural physique, you already kind of was that, you know, not that manly looking to begin with. You can, man, plastic surgery is fucking the devil's work.
The devil's advocate.
But I ain't got no problem with it as long as if I ever get to that point as far as
Look, I'm
in
gonna
that
just tell you
situation,
like this, bro. Being a
just tell
man,
me.
for being a man that has had an abundance of women. I'm not saying I've dated multiple chicks, but I've come to have myself around different types of women, different body types. I can tell when there's surgery involved because I know it's natural, unnatural. But I mean, you got to just don't care to not even recognize that a female is a man.
Yeah,
You have to have a
it's
level of,
it's some
you have to
telltale.
have a lack of sexual intimacy and a lack of not caring to really just do some shit like that and say, "Oh, I didn't know." What?
No, as soon as they
You
get naked,
knew?
bro, I don't care how much plastic surgery you get, bro. Once you see it between them legs, bro, you can't. There's no other way to go about it. That shit ain't that good. You can fool. You can probably fool a motherfucker if they got full clothes on. You take them out to a date or some drinks or some shit. And that doesn't even work with all of them. I'm talking about like a already feminine Asian femme naked. But those I don't bruh, I don't bruh. Anybody can get confused. This is already a thing. They already could easily look feminine if they wanted to. So it's just too easy on that side of the spectrum. Now you're
Yeah, I
talking
mean
about
that's true, but I mean then again, see, that's why I watch a lot of these motherfucking animes that be showing that shit, where either it's the side characters for the main character,
ooh, bro, I be hating that
the
shit too, bro.
or it's
I be like,
it's
you
it's the
motherfuckers done got me. I was like, oh no, bro, she cute as
like
fuck.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you
cap to
know
you, bro.
that's a dude, right?
Like I'm not gonna cap to you. High school DXD killed me with that shit, and then it was an anime I watched called Infinite Stratus. I mean, they kind of did it the other way around. They had a dude who was dressed up like it was a chick that was dressed up like a dude, but I was like, man, ain't no way this a chick. Then she popped out with boobs bigger than most of the bitches that was around already. I was like,
Oh
oh my
man, she
god.
just had what she had. What was her clothes?
She
She
had
had
cloth on. She had cloth wrapped around her breasts.
man. Oh, one of them. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Hide my self identity type bitches.
Hell yeah,
When
little
that bitch
ninja
fine,
raps.
that bitch cloth came loose and boobs started pressing up against that nigga back. He was like, yo, something just expanded from your chest and they are extremely soft.
He said, "You got a tumor too?"
I hate to
Oh,
say it, but they can feel kind of nice.
so, he got some nice tumors. God damn. Say, nah, them ain't tumors.
If you had an opportunity to join, like let's say you just had a pool of characters that you've written, but you didn't know what stories you were going to use them for, or you just had no story for them at all whatsoever, and you had an opportunity to work for a company in helping produce one of your favorite animes, what company and what anime would it be?
Wait, what? You said if I had a pool of characters?
Like let's say you know like you do now, you got a friend that draws your characters that you write up, but you have a certain amount of characters that you just created, but
Are you talking about my own
necessarily,
character?
yeah,
Okay.
and you had the option to work for a company, production company that produced one of your favorite animes. What company would it be and what anime would it be?
It'd be whatever company that does fate, all the fates. As far as animation goes, got to do that. Can't go about it. Still, hands down, still the best animation I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Yeah.
Can't do it like goddamn, this shit's so beautiful. I just seen a fucking that new movie um fuck oh man, Saber, Dark Saber, oh Alter Saber versus Rider. Oh man, fuck. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's
I'd be
fucking
really sitting
gorgeous.
here wondering, like, Saber really be going through it.
Ah, slick. This guy's doing shit against her will now and getting controlled unforcibly and say, bitch, you my servant now. I don't give a damn.
Oh,
Kill
she got
y'all.
took over.
Yeah. She still
Um,
kind of got somewhat of her identity and somewhat, well, like her Alter Saber form.
oh, it's one of those.
No. I mean, this is all the fates are just they stick. Oh man, if they ever do some Seven Deadly Sins shit, that would be the
Shit.
worst day of anime history. Of course, the
See,
company's not gonna go away, but it's like,
yeah,
damn, you can't
it's
switch it up
history.
once you got it that good. Then again,
Yeah, I see
some
why they
companies
trying
just
to
get
wrap up.
better, bro. Some companies
I
get
see
better
why
over time.
I see why they trying to really wrap up this last season of Seven Deadly Sins, because they know they screwed up big time.
They screwed the fuck up.
Because they should have left that shit strictly to Netflix.
I
No
ain't gonna
cap.
lie.
Netflix.
I don't know what they was
I don't know what team had their hands on it in Netflix, but they did their thing. They did their thing. Because when Seven Deadly Sins first dropped on Netflix and I watched that shit, I was like, oh my God.
doing. Yeah.
Bond versus Meliodas
That shit was lit. Tell me how many times? Which time? But they fought like
the
goddamn. I don't know how many. I fought like five
in
times.
that tournament.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hell yeah. Cause they ain't even
That
know. They really still didn't even know this nigga what the fuck he even is. They had some kind of hunches. Well, at least Bond did. Bond and well,
I
they
think
all
the
kind of
only one that
had
knew
their
who he I think the only one who knew who he was,
fucking uh
the only person that knew who
the
he
other bitch.
was Deanne and Elizabeth, I think. I think
But
it
the
was
yeah really didn't. Elizabeth
Deanne didn't know who the
didn't.
fuck she was for the longest, so
You talking about the sort damn what's I forgot fuck Merlin. Merlin knew exactly from the beginning who the what the fuck this motherfucker was.
that's why she stopped people when it went too far
Yeah.
every time. Like, look, I know you have suspicions or whatever,
Now
but
Bond knew about the presence of a demon, given his past experience, and every time this nigga show his true some of his demon powers, he was like, "Oh man, I sense that same that's a familiar ass scent, my nigga."
yeah,
Yeah, this nigga thought he had it too. He got a hack stats ability, but it's like that. That's just it. It only goes for so far.
yeah, that's true.
The nigga crushed his wrist and poked those. Poke this. He did his ass. He femoral his ass.
Telling you.
Oh man.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. It's just sad how
It was
they
so.
ruined it.
Animation
They
was just
ruined it.
fucking lit. Everything was. Bro, when I when Seven Deadly Sins first came about, and it was I didn't even get into it right away. I think it was like almost at the end of the first season when I first started watching it. And that one scene, because I did see a clip. These niggas was just overpowered, bro. They was just throwing out just OPness. This nigga throwing fucking lightning rods and shit all the way across the country. This nigga sensing that shit before that shit even came, like 5 minutes beforehand. Throwing that shit straight back at this motherfucker. Oh man, that shit was just insane. Then you found out that these niggas really ain't as strong as they could be without their sacred treasures, and some of these niggas are just ain't been training like that, or they out of shape, shit like that. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man, ain't no way in hell these niggas ain't. But I don't know.
yeah, it was a lot of shit going on with them. For real, for real. I mean, you know, what the fuck
No,
was Meliodas doing all that time? I really don't know.
no,
But
because I mean, he pretty much remembers everything. He just kind of tried to forget. That nigga been around forever. Fucking fucking Elizabeth is a reincarnation of his old girlfriend, but really it's still kind of her. They always, I mean, it was kind of a curse apparently. You can never really fall in love because this bitch gonna die.
yeah,
I
that's
mean, she
probably
gonna as soon as he apparently the curse is as soon as she remembers who he is, then
she has 3 days to live.
yeah. So that's on that shit.
It's kind of amazing how half of season 3 was a day, and this whole season is another day.
uh, Like you
Like,
talking about the Naruto Ninja War and shit, bro. It's like these niggas been only fighting for like what, a day and a half, 2 days, 2 days and a half.
yeah,
What
yeah,
this whole thing?
yeah.
What's going on, bro?
She's crazy.
It's just fucking crazy, bro.
It's ridiculous.
That no, that tight
That really tells me I have a long way to go when it comes to thinking about shit like how fast a big battle should progress as far as
I'm be honest,
time
if
and
it's an
shit.
eventful, if it's just every minute is just an eventful moment, that's definitely plausible because there's just so much shit going down.
Hmm.
You know how long fights would actually be if they probably just like if they stuck more and like realistically, like because most fights now don't last as long as I mean, like any just average street brawl or whatnot. Most niggas just get knocked the fuck out or just tire themselves out after a couple minutes.
True.
Any street fight don't last no more than maybe 2 minutes.
Yep.
It'll pretty much be over, probably. But then these niggas just still just stomping on them or some shit.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh man, whew. I'm just waiting for Bleach. That's all. That's all I'm waiting for, bro. That's all I'm waiting for. I'll wait for that, bro. I'm.
Yeah, if they do that one wrong, I'm done.
And Hunter x Hunter, bro. I don't know. I think there's some bad news coming from that side.
I don't know, bro. I'm thinking a lot of these companies is getting scared with a lot of shit that's been happening. Fall, winter, and spring anime, we've had bad news, especially with AOT, the hottest shit on the streets. Oh, they're hot about what's been going on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, manga readers wouldn't be too pressed because a lot of fans are butt hurt about the
Oh yeah, I
Gabby.
did hear that the last episode or the last chapter or something. What was it about? No, no. What's that? What's that?
Well, for me, it was. I know I know the studio was getting a lot of backlash about the Gabby character and her voice actor as far as like what that she was going through on her end. Um, the switching from 2D to 3D as far as the Titan fights. Um,
Oh, why they do that? Why they do that?
um, it was a few other things, but for me, I'm just you know being somebody that wants to dive into that field and learning how much money it costs for a lot of that shit. It's
Yeah.
understandable for some things as far as the 2D to 3D. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad about it. It's okay to me.
Mm.
It actually gives the Titans more movement, honestly.
It depends on what type of 3D they doing. Sometimes it's like half two, half three. Like
Well,
you can tell
from a
about like it's
distance,
like
from a
animated.
certain distance, it looks full 3D, but the closer you get, you can still see. Like, okay, let's say somebody was to hop on Aaron's shoulder, it'll still go back to 2D.
Okay.
It was like one of those things where the physical fights between the different Titans would be in 3D. Some of them really couldn't be animated in 3D, so some of them were just kept in 2D, like the Jaw Titan. I think a lot of his scenes were 2D. Um, I don't think we saw much.
Mm.
No, the Beast Titan was 3D. The Armored Titan was 3D. The transformation for Artemine was 2D, but I think it was 3D when he started moving. So it wasn't as bad as most stuff make it seem. I just, to me, I just feel like a lot of people watch a lot of shit that invests a lot of time into their fight scenes, the animation of it, the fighting styles, the anticipation. And AOT is not at that point anymore. Like, this is the last point of the story. Like, this is the stronghold. Like, I mean, we really about to enter an era where it's Paradise Island versus the world. I mean, what I tell most people is if you don't like something, don't watch it or do something better. How about that? And that's what we do these reviews for, you know? We don't necessarily do a lot of the popular anime because that's not our MO as far as the reviews we do on Sundays, but for the most part, that
Shit,
sort of kind
if
of
we even can.
if it kind of is our purpose because if we choose something that's up to date, that's popular, that everybody's watching, and we give a review on it, that brings more eyes for the people who haven't seen the anime yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I
Like, I
feel
don't think anyone's just stuck to just old shit.
no,
It just,
no, I'm
I
not
mean,
saying
really, it
that.
depends on the categories and stuff that we would do as far as if you got a particular number or letter, and then on top of that, you got a particular 12 or 24, so that kind of dies it, restricts it even more.
Yeah,
I swear I had a really good one at one time, but then it was a 24 versus a 12er.
yeah,
No, it was a 12er versus a 24. So
yeah,
I had to change it up.
yeah. But you know, and see, that's another thing I was gonna suggest. For the ones that do have time, as far as everybody who does the reviews, you know, maybe we could do something separate for like shows that run longer than a 24, because
Mm,
not everybody just wants to watch a 12 or a 24. Not saying that our our goal in creating this show is really not valid, but then again, like I said, a lot of people watch. A lot of people want to watch a long running show. They need something that they can focus on, not something they can pick up and then 3 4 days later, because they finally sit down and they have time, they don't watch the whole thing. Then boom, what's next? And I still got 2 off days.
yeah,
You know, so it's just
that's a suggestion.
because you got animes that have 50 episodes, 75, 100, you know, and these are shows that we could do progressional reviews on.
Yeah,
Like, let's say there's an anime where it's
that's
a
a good
hundred,
idea. I mean, as
it's
far as like
it's
just
like
watch a certain amount of episodes in a
a
week,
week,
and
and then
then
we
yeah,
review
then next
those,
week, and then to watch another and keep it pushing.
and then we'll do scores every week. So by the time we do that final review,
It'll be
we
a
can
whole different,
tally up
yeah.
we can tally up the previous scores with the final scores and give a all over review rating. Because I feel like that's the way you can truly give a review for something.
Yeah.
Like it's like for these shows that we do, the 12s, 24s of the movies, I feel like the ratings may be higher if we did periodic reviews during the week. Like, okay, Sunday we do the review, the final review for the show, but then Tuesday night, you got to at least watch 3 episodes. So
Hmm.
how would the Tuesday night review would be? So how were the first 3 episodes for you? Did it make you want to keep going or do you want to stop? That saves more time for shows too.
This is true. Depending on how long it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
If
if
it's
it's a
like a, honestly,
24,
you could
so
just pretty much
basically
just do
the
that for like
the
what something
review
like a 24
basically
25.
the kicker would be if it's a 12 episoder, if the first 3 episodes don't catch your eye.
Then again, we've have that those moments to where we just cannot finish the shit. It just like it
Yeah.
just
And
can't be a yeah.
yeah. I mean, we do get shows like that, and then again, some people just don't have the time due to life itself. But
Yeah,
then again,
trying to go through that shit.
like I said, for to really just save time for people in their lives. Okay, so all right, let's say we do a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday thing, or Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So Tuesday would be a review for like if it's a 12 episode anime, we watch the first 3 episodes and then we would do something called What Do You Think So Far? And then Friday would be like, okay, you have to at least watch majority or if
That
not
could be a
half
whole
of the
title
show.
for a new little. That could be your thing right there.
Yeah.
What
So
do you think so far?
yeah. So and then Friday would be the goal where you would either have to watch at least a little bit over half, if not half of the anime. So
Hmm.
this would be called the Is This Watchable?
Yeah.
And then Sunday would be the all over review. So if we don't make it, like let's say we don't make it to Friday, because if everybody who joins the What Do You Think So Far says, man, I'm not feeling it,
Yeah.
we can just start another anime next week.
Hmm.
And everybody could, if everybody has life shit going on, they can handle that, you know.
Honestly, that actually does not sound like a bad idea. Because if you do want to just watch a lot of other life shit get in the way,
And if it's shit
and
that you already watching that really,
that's why honestly why I feel like that would be the best pick given a lot because you already have at least one person that can at least navigate through the entire series that watched it all. Of course, when it comes to the ratings and whatnot,
yeah.
that's not a thing really because it's really not fair for one person and everyone else. But
So if it, if y'all, if and so like you said, if there's somebody who does watch it, maybe one or two people, and they still want to go forward with the review, we can basically, if people who stop watching it want to give their scores of what came so far, and then everybody else who finished it wants to give the full review scores, that could be a thing too.
hmm
So that way you have the biased and the unbiased opinion
well,
of the entire situation. You know for certain there are people who don't like it because they never finished it and they still gave their scores, which of course would probably be low, moderate, or whatever. But the people who watched it, and for the people who might want to watch it, they can tune in to those who watched it and gave the scores for their overall review.
hmm
Cause see, just people giving out their scores, and then everybody on the review saying, "Well, I watched some of it. I watched most of it. Yeah, I watched all of it."
I
You know,
think a Concrete Revolution was the only one I haven't seen all the way. I just couldn't
Uh,
do it. No, 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 not because I couldn't do it. I, it was a pretty busy week actually.
the sites I went on wouldn't let me watch it, and see, around that time, I was trying to, you know, mess with the Anime Tube app that got shut down on Microsoft. Shouts out to those guys, Anime Tube app. They trying to make their comeback right now. Just wanted to let y'all know that.
Mm.
Um, I tried to watch it on Anime Tube, and the videos wouldn't load. And see, that was around the time I had learned that it wasn't the app's fault. It was just that some sites just had the season on there, but the videos just wouldn't load. It didn't matter what stream you were using, what server, didn't matter. Nothing. So I was
Okay.
just like, fuck it. But see, I already had a disinterest in it because I was just like, I don't know what's going on. That was my
Damn.
whole thing watching all of it the first season. I don't know what happened. By the time that shit went off, I said, what the fuck just happened? So that brought my interest to season two.
Mm.
Then I couldn't watch it. So I was just like, you know what? I was a little dissatisfied because of how lost I was. So fuck it.
Damn.
But I mean, like I said, that's just a suggestion, bro. If as far as doing a separate review, and I was thinking as far as the
I
separate
know Kai, I
review,
know I was talking about that, doing recap reviews and shit.
yeah. See, I was thinking about as far as like if you wanted to do a separate show for the long running animes, um, I was thinking that could be like a Wednesday, Saturday type thing.
Mm.
You know, just Wednesday could be kind of like the Tuesday for the 12 or the 24. It's just checking in with everybody, what's going on, how far has everybody gotten. There doesn't have to necessarily be a particular order for that one on the Wednesdays. That's just a check in. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Like, and then Saturday would be the day for the amount of episodes we gave out to be watched for that certain amount of anime. So say if it's like 50 episodes, if we're gonna do 5 weeks worth of review, you gotta watch at least 10 episodes a week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's two a day. And then you got Saturday to really just sit down and think about how you feel about it.
Yeah.
So really,
We should really all just we should really have this conversation with everybody just to
yeah.
think, just go over.
I'm gonna I'm gonna see what everybody talking about on Sunday. For real, for real. I'm gonna see what
Shit,
everybody
everybody
talking.
should be straight now. If you want us to end this and then go on the U.N.I chat and then I'm gonna make a video call on that. I mean, oh yeah, well just a call
Yeah, I mean we can do that. Sure.
just to see what the fuck.
Yeah,
But
I
all
mean,
right, then. Yeah, this pretty much a good little stop here for this
yeah.
video.
No, we did a little Black Clover talk. Talked about a few other things.
Yeah,
You know, might have another discussion about this later
little
on.
hentai.
We might pick up with a part two for Black Clover as far as the discussion. See what other information and news. I'm definitely gonna start reading the manga within the next week or two. So
True, true.
I think I think once maybe I clear the chapters that's out for the manga, think I might go ahead and do the part two for the discussions. It's gonna be hella spoilers though, so for all you manga readers and you niggas who don't like to read the mangas, I hope you learn to read this time, because if not,
Man,
don't join.
like, bro, come on, bro. Like, people, you.
Reading is
It's some new
fundamental.
niggas. It's some young niggas. That's half gotta be young if you at this day and age.
You know what they say, man, reading is fundamental. So like I said, for you anime watchers who don't like to read, pick up a book. It can be your favorite anime. I don't care what it is. But if you're gonna join the part two for Black Clover discussions, just know hella spoilers coming. So read it or stay out.
True.
And we're out.
All right.